Hey, all you football fans, this is Mike Wright coming to you to talk about a game I just played using Saturday Legends. And the two teams I had playing today was 2021 Michigan, the Wolverines, versus their rivals from the 2014 team of Michigan State. So looking how these teams match up, the Wolverines from Michigan led by seventh-year head coach Jim Harbaugh. They went 12-1 during the regular season, and they got their big win over Ohio State, marked their first time since 2011. They beat them, went on, won big in the Big Ten championship, and they were led by All-American on the defensive line, Aiden Hutchinson, who was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year and a finalist in the Heisman Trophy. So they went on to play in the Bowl Championship Series, but lost to Georgia. The Michigan State Spartans, led by eighth-year head coach Mark D'Antonio, they went on. They faced Baylor in the 2015 Cotton Bowl. Now, in that game, they overcame a 20-point deficit in the fourth quarter to defeat the Baylor Bears 42-41. So, wow, a 20-point deficit in the fourth quarter is crazy. So, on offense, they're led by quarterback Connor Cook. So, looks to be a great game. Let me go over what happened in the game. By my prediction, by looking at this, I'm thinking that the big key to this game is the Michigan State running game. This is part of my Big Ten tournament challenge. Both these teams come in at 2-0. Michigan State, through two games, is averaging 314 yards rushing a game, while the Michigan team is giving up 294 yards rushing a game. So, as you can see, Michigan State's should be able to run the ball and run it well. And I think the whole key to this game is, can Michigan stop that running game and try to stay close enough? My prediction is Michigan State to win it 32-27. So getting down to the game here, Michigan State, start off, they got the ball first, went to that running game, scored on a 13-yard play. They go up 7-0 early on. But Michigan wasn't phased at all. They ran down the field, attempted their first pass of the game, 24-yard completion, ties it at 7 midway through the first quarter. Michigan State says, hey, man, we're going to keep on going. And they score on their second drive. This time they put it in the air on a couple plays. They scored an 11-yard pass. During the drive, they had to overcome a 3rd and 25. And they did that with a 36-yard draw play. So had to overcome that to get the score. Michigan again responded. It was down with a 1-yard pass with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's tied up 14-14 after one quarter. Michigan's pretty balanced, 72 yards fast and 60 yards rushing, while Michigan State, we talked about that rushing game, and they have 142 yards rushing in the first quarter. So Michigan State ran 29 offensive plays in that quarter also. So, wow, that's this looks to be like it's going to be a track meet. So Michigan finally did get a stop, forced a punt early in the second quarter, but Michigan State couldn't stop that Michigan passing game, and Michigan threw their third touchdown pass of the game to go up 21-14. That drive was highlighted by a 42-yard pass. So Michigan then, after stopping Michigan State again, got a big special teams play by blocking a punt and recovering it at the Michigan State 8-yard line. They scored on a run a couple plays later. They're up 28-14. So here we were 14-14 just a few minutes before. Now it's 28-14 Michigan, and Michigan did not slow down from there. They scored on a 13-yard run, and then on the next drive, they overcame a 3rd and 18 play and drove it down the field. They're up 42-14 all of a sudden here late in the second quarter. So now they've scored 28 unanswered points in the second quarter to go up big. Then right before half, Michigan got the ball back at their own 25 with about a minute and a half, a minute 50 left. They got a little greedy. Quarterback gets sacked. He fumbles. Michigan State picks it up, runs it in from 18 yards out, and it tightens the score up to 42-21, and that's how we end at the half. Michigan at the halftime, 339 total yards. They're 17 of 22 for 258 yards passing. Michigan State, 32 carries for 161 yards. So they only had 19 yards rushing in that second quarter. So see if they can get things back going here in this in the second half. As here it is. It's 42-21 Michigan. This is a rout. So and Michigan was able to. They didn't do well at stopping that running game in the first quarter, but they definitely did in the second quarter. So Michigan gets the ball first in the second half. They go right back to that passing game. They kick a 23-yard field goal. They're up 45-21. Time to go into coast mode. Michigan did stop the Spartans, but the Spartan punter got a great punt down to the Michigan 1-yard line. 2 plays later, though, Michigan State intercepts the pass at the Michigan 9, and they go on to score on a short touchdown pass, and now it's 45-28 Michigan. So Michigan's a little concerned, but they're still 17 points up. But then they start thinking about the 2014 version of that, where Michigan State came back on Baylor by 20 points in the fourth quarter. But hey, they're not worried. They got a 17-point cushion here. So third quarter does end. Michigan leading 45-28. Michigan has 319 yards passing right now, and Michigan State, they're at 173 rushing, so they only had 12 yards rushing in the third quarter. So still down by 17. But Michigan State does make it interesting. With about 10 minutes left or 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they did a trick play on Michigan, scored on a 37-yard pass, and now it's 45-35 Michigan with 10:50 left in the game. So, okay, now Michigan's starting to get a little bit worried. So, but Michigan has to punt the ball. Michigan State gets it back. And again, they score on a pass from 27 yards out, and it's 45-42 with 7:10 remaining. And anybody that left the stadium is definitely they're turning around, coming back now. So here we are at 45-42, and Michigan doesn't go anywhere. But they are able to stop Michigan State, and they force them to punt from midfield. And with 3:30 left in the game, Michigan has the ball at their own 9. They do pick up a couple first downs on the ground, but then things got a little interesting as they turned the ball over for the third time of the game on a fumble at their own 32 with 2:10 left in the game. Michigan State takes it down to the Michigan 10-yard line. 50 seconds left. They run it, and they fumble, but they're able to recover it. And they eventually settle for a 32-yard field goal with 30 seconds left. And this game's going into overtime, 45-45. Can you believe it? It was 45-21. Early in the third quarter. Now here we are, 45-45. Total yards, Michigan has 496, 330 of that passing, while Michigan State went to the passing game as they have 254 yards passing here. And so Michigan gets the ball first in overtime. They score on a 5-yard run. They're up 52-45. They were helped by a Michigan State penalty when they faced a 3rd and 7 and threw an incomplete pass. Penalty gives them a first down. They go on to score. Michigan State It's their turn in overtime. And they went for the score on the second play of the game. They throw it in the end zone, but the Michigan defender intercepts it in the end zone, and Michigan wins this one 52-45. Did not see this coming at all. We thought Michigan had this one salted away, and then Michigan State with the huge comeback. Michigan wins it in overtime, though, 52-45. Great game. So I'll tell you what, if you haven't been out and played this game before, Saturday Legends, go check it out. It's at boardgamelegends.com. Y'all take care.